episode has thoroughly convinced me that out of all of the interspecies families right now, this guy, he has to be either the luckiest or the unluckiest. I mean, did you see that shit when the full moon heightened their senses? I mean, like all three of them were trying to rape him. They were even down for a threesome at one point, it seemed. I mean, Mia was like constricting the shit out of him. Poppy was about to strangle him, and I can't imagine what Centauria would do to him. She'll probably trample him to death. And that scene where he said that if I have sex with all three of them right now, I'll probably die. Like, seeing Centauria back that big horse ass up was fucking hilarious, dog. But so this episode, the coordinator comes to him and tells him that he basically has no choice. He has to pick one of these three demi-humans and marry them. I'm like, what? Like, this story has taken such a silly and crazy turn, but I love it. But by the end, if he actually does even choose anyone, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Mia, because she seems more like the main interspecies chick right now. I'm not exactly sure if it's because she was in the first episode or if she gets more screen time, but she just feels more main to me. Personally, I may choose Centauria or Mia. I'm stuck between them. Even though Poppy is the same age, she just looks like a little kid to me. And speaking of Poppy, I was thinking that maybe she wanted to marry him because maybe she thought that would be like infinite food, or he'll play with her all the time, because she did mention that she never had a brother and she can't have a brother because harpies only, you know, produce females. But when her senses were heightened during that full moon, dog, she says, no, I want to marry you because I want you to stick that in this, and let's make some eggs. Let's make some weird human harpy eggs. So I was like, whoa, Poppy is not as immature as I thought. I mean, we got that scene with her throwing his hand on her boobs because it made her heart jump, and she thought, you know, I just wasn't expecting that from her, but it was hilarious. Like, this entire episode, just seeing all three of them like fight over this guy's love and affection is just, like I said, he's either the luckiest guy on earth or the unluckiest. And that scene where the coordinator's phone fell in the bathtub, is she dead? Because I don't exactly know if cell phones, I mean, I know they can carry enough charge to kill people, but if they fall into a bathtub, will the phone just not work, or will it electrocute you how, you know, other plugged in items will too? I mean, they were relentless this episode though, like how Mia like was explaining to him while licking on him with her long weird snake tongue, which a lot of people may actually dig how snakes do it and how they wrap up and all that. And then Centauria was basically like, take me, senpai. And it was just hilarious, man. It was really fun to watch. And usually when there's, you know, a lot of sex or boobs in anime, I feel kind of uncomfortable, even though, you know, I'm pretty sure you never expected that coming from me. Like, when there's too much fan service, but this is like a good balance. Although it does go overboard, it's always accompanied by a joke or something. So I'm digging it. And also the scene with Centauria wanting her hand held because she's been having nothing but swords and axes in her hand because of her upbringing and whatnot, and just dude saying that, you know, you can let your hair down with me, you're in Japan now, let's do whatever you want to do. I don't know what it is, but it's something so kawaii about her not asking for marriage right then, not asking for anything big. She just wants her hand held. I thought that was a really touching scene. And also the scene where they were all about to whoop each other's asses, and there was like a change in the animation and they all looked demonic. That was awesome. I would love to see that fight, because technically they can harm each other, right? They just can't harm humans. So I was like, go, yes, let the boobs, feathers, fur, and scales fly, goddammit. But like I said, the fact that he's going to take his time and date every single one, I think he's going to actually choose Mia because of reasons I said earlier. She seems like the main female. But we're getting another one next episode, the slime chick. I didn't see her as slime. I saw her like as maybe water or something water related. I cannot wait to see what she brings into the mix and exactly why or how she falls in love with him. I mean, he is going to have a bed full of freaks, man. This was a really good episode, like the two before it. You know, it's not really meant to be taken seriously, but it's entertainment, and I am very entertained by this. Tell me what you guys think. This has been jbDAuchiha. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.